Hey guys, how's it going? This is Con TDK, Mr. So Real, and since the release of the Survival DLC, I've been getting messages from players wanting to know how to get the master rank in the expansion solo. A few players thought that they needed to have never been downed, be the first to extract, or that the master rank could only be acquired in the PvP game mode. But the truth is that you can still reach master rank without having any of those variables come into play. You can be dead last, or you can be downed a couple of times and still do it in PvE. Of course, doing it, being downed a few times or being last makes it a little bit more difficult, but trust me, it is very, very much attainable. So in this video, I'm going to give you guys a few tips or things to kind of keep your eyes out for when you're trying to get this master rank solo. There are a few things that I would prioritize when I first start up my game, and that is what we are going to be talking about in this video today. Now, as a disclaimer, it would be much easier if you did this with a friend, but I assure you that it is not a requirement. Now, although some of these tips will be easier, maybe as a solo player, there are some parts that will be much easier when you have a friend to help you out. So this video is going to be all about your priorities when you start up a game in survival solo. Let's go. Okay, so let's first talk about your priorities when you jump into a fresh game to get that master rank. First and foremost, as soon as you get into the game, you're on the clock. Never, ever, 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 ever forget that. You are on the clock from the time you get in until the time you jump on the helicopter to get that master rank. Now, as the infection that you have progresses, you'll get closer and closer to your demise. So in terms of priorities, medicine and pain pills are the most sought after thing to keep you alive so that you can earn more points and get you that master score. As a rule, pills are good, but needles are best. Next on our list of priorities should be clothes. Clothes are very important as they keep you warm and keep you in the world looking for medicine. The other items to make your character stronger will come a little bit later, but definitely you want to start prioritizing clothes and medicine at the beginning of the game. The other thing is that if you don't have enough clothes, you'll end up freezing and gradually lose health. So you want to try and get clothes ASAP to keep your scavenging time much longer. Crafting materials are less important in the beginning and become second most important after meds once you have enough clothes. Once your clothes situation is set and you don't need to worry about them anymore, the crafting materials are important in the beginning of the game, especially tools and weapon parts, because you can only craft an extended magazine as a green. And that goes the same for the sniper 12x scope with the bonus headshot. Now, these may not be so useful, the extended mag and the sniper scope at the beginning, but they will make a huge difference later on. Craft them as soon as you can, but you can live without them if you can't get around to it. Remember, you're always, always, always on the clock. Next would be the consumables like candy, dog food, ginger ale, and water. Now, they may not seem all that important for newer agents going into survival from the beginning. I know that when I tried it, I wasn't really even thinking about those things, but trust me, they are very, very important. And the truth is that you should make sure that you try to find them when you can and hold on to them because they keep their head down, but they do a very good job, and they are quite invaluable, especially the water. Now, when we talk about the drinks like water and soda, they help you to see unopened boxes so that you know if it's worth your time to go into a store or a building that may or may not have been looted. Food can help you recover missing health segments and save your life in a firefight if you're in cover. So don't sleep on the consumables. Try to stay full and, keep them on you. And always remember to stay hydrated so that you can find more and be stronger and have a better chance at hitting master rank, even though you're solo. It's a little hard to say this is last, but as I spawn into the game on my list of priorities for the PvE version, a gun and a gear is kind of last on my list, but I won't pass it up if I see a weapons or gear chest. Remember, without clothes or meds, you're a goner, so really and truly those things are much more important. So when it comes to the startup priorities, that is pretty much about it. These are the kinds of things that I prioritize when I am trying to go solo and do survival. This video will be very short. This is the first one, but trust me, the other videos to come are going to be much longer. I have some video examples of some of the things that I really want to talk about and some of the things that I think are really important. Now, especially for the beginning, when you do your startup, these key things and these things to look out for are very, very, very important. Please do not misunderstand the length of this video as being that this isn't important. This is probably one of the most important steps. This is what you should be looking for to make sure that your agent is in a good position so that when you get into the dark zone or when you start taking on enemies, you are prepared and you're not kind of in the wind and you end up getting yourself killed. So remember to try and be as prepared as possible. Remember to go after the meds aggressively, get those medicines, get those needles and all of that stuff. Make sure that you have enough warm clothes. When you have enough warm clothes and you feel that you can still scavenge and you're not freezing every couple of minutes and you have enough medicine, then you really should start thinking about your plans towards getting into the dark zone, and then start thinking about, are you going to be ready for that? Now, in part 2 of this series, we're going to be talking about being greedy. I know that a lot of you are probably worried about how much of this stuff should I be holding on to? How much of it should I be using? And can I risk it and YOLO some, enemies to try to get better gear, sneak through some sections? And we're going to talk really about that and show some of the benefits and some of the downsides to having that kind of mentality and thinking about that. So until the next video, I am Khan, TDK, Mr. So Real. I'll catch you in the next one. And definitely, by the time we get done with this, you are going to be able to master the survival challenge solo. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.